What's up, Black Desert Mobile fans? It's another week and another huge update from Black Desert Mobile. They gave us the Dark Knight finally released, D-0. They gave us the Tower of Trials. They gave us auto questing finally. So you can just sit there and click the auto button. It does all your quests for you. I'm going to cover all that. Plus, the Raven got a bunch of buffs and tweaks to their skill set. I'm going to cover all that in this video. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you check out the description down below for some additional badass Black Desert Mobile content. You won't be disappointed. With that being said, let's dive right in. So Black Desert Mobile has been giving us a countdown. You've seen it scroll across the top of your screens. D-10, 20, D-1. That was standing for the Dark Knight. That class is finally here. You will be able to ascend her once you get her to level 60. The name of that class did change as well. As you can see there, it's not Shadow anymore. They did add a new collection as well, so make sure you guys go into your collection tab and get those done. It's quite a few for this one. It's more than any other class from what I've seen. They released the Tower of Trials to help your characters grow. Adventurers can send a level 45 or higher offline character to the Tower of Towers to train. You can earn experience and rewards from this content. You can progress. Well, your progression will depend on the CP of your characters sent to the training. You can give the rewards to other characters, not the one that is running it. However, the two that are running it do get the experience. So, Tower Trials release, that's awesome. Probably the best release of all is the auto questing feature, which completes quests for you, other characters in the family, until it matches a character that has the farthest quest progress completed. So if you completed all the main storyline quests and you hit that auto button and you walk away for 10 hours, essentially it's going to do all of your quests for you as far as it can get. They did update the alchemy stone, so now there's the auto craft function in there as well. So that's a nice little feature just to make it go a little bit quicker. They added that new language, Portuguese. They did add the combined skill training, so now all of the skill books you have, when the classes are fully ascended, they will count towards the skill books altogether. They does not work if the classes is not pre-ascended. So if you have a bunch of skill books on your class and you're a Dark Knight and you're not ascended yet, if you use those skill books, it's not going to count towards your overall CP once you get to 60. So you want to make sure you use some skill books pre-ascension just to get your skills a little bit stronger, but I would recommend waiting on a lot of those until you get to ascension. They added a couple other notes here. They did add some changes to the blacksmith, to the crafting method in the blacksmith. Mysterious Gears allows you to select the type of gear you want within a certain period. I'm not sure what mysterious gear is there. I'm sure they meant mystical. They give you the option to craft all the gear there now. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. They did update the boss rush start timer. Now it goes from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. So when you do auto and enter those, they do go a lot quicker. Just a couple other smaller UI fixes there. Awards will now appear in the introduction video that plays when the application launches. So you guys saw that when you launched the video. You saw all the different awards that Black Desert Mobile won. The Pearl Shop category design has been improved for a more intuitive design. So just a couple little small fixes for you guys there. They did move the black market vendor gear to some different areas. So now it's in market consumables, black market vendor gear chest. They did add black market vendor gear chest to the collection limit in the market as well. For new content, they fixed an issue where you're unable to enter remoteness watch mode screen if there's 7 or more users. They did class fix an issue where the damage was not applied upon learning shard based on the skill for the first time for the sorceress. They fixed an issue where the camp background disappeared when you logged on while entering the camp. Fixed an issue with the Spoils of War where sometimes the box would actually appear in the sky. I've actually had this happen and you can't collect it. So that was probably where my red drops were going. For some class changes, they did adjust the damage distribution to surrounding enemies other than PvP targets. That is for all classes. That does not apply in the arenas and remoteness. They fixed the invincibility is granted for 10 seconds after traveling between different regions from the Ultra memory. So that's good if you're in a skilled war. You can go to a territory, group yourself for 10 seconds, and then go at it. They did reduce the movement speed on those 3 skills: evasive, explosive, shot, blasting, gust. So now when you hit the target with these skills, it reduces their movement speed by 5% instead of 10%, 7 instead of 13, just to give you guys an example. So they did nerf the Hunter's movement speed debuffs for the Huntress class. For the Titan class, they fixed an issue where the description for enhanced increased DP buff icon was incorrect for the Titan's Lava Pierce, so they fixed that. For the big ones, for the Raven, They did fix a lot. They've updated a lot of stuff for the Raven. They applied invincibility while preparing for Phantom Crash. They applied a super armor for Flashbang. They changed the Wrath of Skill animation, or Wrath of Chaos skill animation. Shadow Eruption has a longer range on the skill. Flashbang doesn't apply knock up now, it applies a daze. Phantom Crash doesn't apply a daze now, it applies a stun. You can't use the invincibility and the super armors that have been added in the arenas, or there is that debuff like there was previously. So that's just a little bit of the tweaks to the skills. As far as damages, only the Raven got class buffed this week, unlike like 3 weeks ago when there was 3 classes. A decent amount of their skills got buffed. I mean, the Wrath of Chaos went from 347 and 374 to 700% damage and it's almost double the damage. And Wrath of Chaos, for being the ultimate for the Raven, just wasn't as strong as it should have been, and now it is. They did increase the damage of Flashbang in PvE to 900%. PvP, they increased it by 250%, so it's a big increase for the Flashbang. And with that super armor added now, the downside is it doesn't add that knockup. Shadow Eruption, they did increase the damage as well for PvP and PvE, so those skills are going to hit a little bit harder. Dark Pulse was upgraded as well. I'm still not going to use Dark Pulse, but they did add a little bit of damage to it. 120% for PvE and 126% for PvP. So they did increase a little bit of damage for the Dark Pulse. Soul Siphon, another upgrade for that damage. It's at another 157% or 57% damage for PvE, and then it looks like 106% damage for PvP increase on Soul Siphon. Implosion, our bread and butter, got a buff. It's about 90% damage times 3, so essentially it's 270% damage buff for PvE, and then PvP did get a buff as well. We did get a bunch of new events. I'm going to cover all those as well as go over all those goodies inside the game. With that being said, let's check it out. Alright, the first thing we're going to take a peek at is the events. They did give us the Dark Knight level up event. So once you get your Dark Knight to level 10, 15, all the way up to level 50, you do get goodies. At level 40, you're getting an orange piece of mid-grade defense gear, 1 slot. You are getting some boss stamps, ancient tabs, some skill books, condensed energy, some goodies here and there, some freebies, 300 ancient coins. And you do get this orange Shaka 2 boss rush. So that way when you get to level 50, you do get those rewards. So that's pretty nice. They also gave us the Dark Knight art puzzle event. It's very similar to the puzzle events we had, the 3x3 squares, so you do got to complete those. Once you complete those every day, you get 40 relic fragments, lightstone for 60 lightstone fragments, 40 alchemy stone fragments, and then 3 black stones. So that's every day, and then for once you complete it, you get 100 boss stamps, 140 ancient tabs, 20 black crystal pouches, and then 10 event certificates. So there's some more event certificates in the Dark Knight art puzzle event. Make sure you get that done. Hammer of Fortune event. This is the goodie event. This is the event that you can get pets and all kinds of goodies. So right now, as you can see on my screen, I have the mystical lightstone chance to get that. I do believe there's a lot better option than a mystical. I mean, that's orange. It's a decent option, don't get me wrong. I have some oranges already though. Alright, so this one's actually going to give me Ascension Skillbook chest times 3. It's going to give me the Epic Accessory and some Blackstone, so it's not bad. Let's reroll one more time, see if we have any other options here. I'm not 100% sure what you can get here. So 10,000 Shaka 2 coins, 500 of the Magical Essence, and 20 of the, there's a pet there as well. So there's some goodies. I'm sure there's a little bit better ones. I am going to save my hammers until I find out which option that I want to get, and then I'm going to make sure I save that and make sure I get that option. So whatever options on the far left over here for this event, you can guaranteed get all of those options by the end of this event if you pick the the board that you want with the items that you want, and then you save your rolls every day, and then just keep hammering at the whack-a-mole. They did add a friend invite event. So for those of you guys, if you're new to Black Desert Mobile and you need a friend to invite, make sure you put in my name for that friend code event and hook a brother up. They are giving you free goodies, so if you have some friends, of yours that you want to invite, you get some, some free 500 ancient coins, a pet, some black stones there, blackstone weapon, crystal armor, so some force enhanced stones, accessories, some free goodies for the friend invite event to help, you bring your friends along, and the Black Desert Mobile gets some more players. They do also have the 2020 Fiesta event. Make sure you turn in your rewards for that. That should be completed by now, so you get all those done. Spring Login event. That is another 7 days, and we're going to get that orange accessory, so that's the good one. I'm excited for that, and then make sure you guys exchange your Ellie Bellucci's goodies. If you notice on the right over here, you can actually see the auto quest button. If I was to click that, it would actually let me auto quest, and it would take my character through the main storyline quest up until it's caught up to the storyline that I've completed on my main account. All right, so let's take a look at the blacksmith and what they changed there. So essentially what they did is if you go to the crafting tab and then you go to the weapons or any piece of gear here, they actually changed it to the specific item that you want. And now it's called Mysterious Epic Main Weapon, Mysterious Unique. So it's actually mysterious in front of them. And I'm pretty sure what that means is once you craft one of those and then you go to open it, it's just going to give you one of the yellow main weapons that we have at the moment. They did add Tower of Trials as well, like we talked about. You can send 2 characters. Again, they have to be above level 45. You can't be playing on that character at the moment. So you know, if you're playing on that character, you're on the character. It's not going to allow you to use it. So it has to be a character you're not currently using, and they have to be above level 45. I do recommend obviously equipping them with the best gear you possibly can, because the higher level you can get in this bad boy, the better the rewards are. That covers everything in this week's patch notes update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and go out there and get your Dark Knights leveled up. With that being said, I will see you next time.